loves you? I mean, God really loves you. God's is the kind of love that is unconditional. God's love is the deepest, purest love that exists and goes way beyond what I will call the surface love we all experience as human beings. Now stay with me, because we all love others in our lives very deeply. And I want to acknowledge that, so just hear me out. We love other people out of Christian love because God says to love everyone, so we can express loving kindness through good works and deeds. We love other people because we've known them for a long time as friends or because they're in our family. We love other people because they are our children and God has blessed us enough to put them in our lives. We love other people because they are our spouses and we have chosen those people to be in our lives. But God's love is so much deeper than any of those types of love we experience with other human beings. God loves us despite what God knows about us and in spite of ourselves. God knows every single thing we have ever done, ever thought, ever experienced, ever chosen, ever said, ever anything. And God still loves us. Can we say the same for our human counterparts? God's love is constant, strong, and pure. About 10 years ago, I was in a Christian bookstore shopping for a gift for someone. The particular shop I chose to visit likes to put fairly recent publications on sale for $5 in the hopes that shoppers will be enticed by a low price and make some impulse buys. Well, like many of you would have, I gave in and I had a look at their offerings. Amongst the many items in that selection of works for $5, I found a book called Captivating, Unveiling the Mystery of a Woman's Soul by John and Stacy Eldridge. After reading the back of the book, I decided to give it a try, thinking that it could always be given away at a future time if the story didn't really appeal to me. It ended up that the book profoundly changed my life. Up until that point, I was under the impression that I was the one doing the pursuing and that God was sitting on a throne somewhere in heaven looking down on all of humanity. Superficially, I knew that God loved me because that's what I had been told all my life. But it was never really clear that God wanted me as much as I wanted God. In fact, it's likely that God's desire for me far outweighs my desire for God, because I am much more likely to waver and fall along the path. God is always steadfast and faithful, whereas I have stumbled and been less than faithful in many points throughout my life. In my early to mid-30s, I was just being introduced to the idea that God actively pursues me and that my heart matters to God. Wow. Let's just stop and take that in for a moment. God pursues me and thinks I'm important enough that God cares about the condition of my heart. God. You know, the one who made the earth and the heavens, the one who created everything we see and everything we don't see, the one who knows every detail of every moment there has ever been and ever will be. That God pursues me and wants to care for me. Yes. And guess what? That same God pursues you too. Isn't that the most beautiful, amazing, and humbling news? To break this down even further, let's think for a moment about what the word pursues means. To pursue someone is to follow him or her so you can catch him or her. God pursues us or chases us to catch us in a way that only a father can do. Dads love to chase their children. And when they catch them, there's often a great deal of laughter and maybe some tickling going on. And God is no different from our earthly fathers. God chases us, wants to teach us, plays with us, makes us laugh, smile, wonder, think, understand, be confused, learn, live, grow, be relational, and the list goes on. Have you ever considered this deep thought about God? We hear all the time that God loves us and that God wants to be in relationship with us. But have you ever considered that God is actively seeking our attention and putting small and big reminders of that in our lives daily? Have you ever given a second thought as to how God is doing that in your life? Have you ever thought of who God has put in your life to represent what God wants us to know about God, ourselves, love, mercy, grace, peace, hope, faith, life? Once I read about God pursuing me personally, I had to have proof, right? So I began to think about all the ways in which God was actively pursuing me in my life. At the point when I was introduced to captivating, which by the way was no accident, I was at a low point in my life and really believed that no one wanted to spend time with me. Can you imagine honestly believing that for years and then suddenly being told that God, the Almighty, all-knowing, all-powerful, wanted me? Cared for me? It shook me to my core. As I studied the scriptures readings for today, the idea of God's pursuit of all of us became even more clear. In fact, God thinks so highly of humankind that we have been given the sacred task of having dominion over God's works. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that we have been created in the image of God and that we have the responsibility of representing God in everything we do to and for one another. This can be a very special gift because we have the opportunity of showing God's love to those who feel they don't deserve it, to those who have never been introduced to it, to those who are broken, to those who feel forgotten. We have the opportunity to step in and show God's mercy and grace in times when those pieces seemed to be lost or when we feel unworthy of any of it. We can be there to remind people that God loves them and wants them to share their lives in very personal and intimate ways. Some of you may be familiar with the parable of the flood, where a man remains in his home even after being warned through emergency sirens to evacuate due to an impending flood, having people in a car and then a canoe stop by with an offer to take him to safety, and finally a helicopter with an emergency team pleading with the man to leave his home with them when the man is eventually forced onto his roof. Each time he refuses help from people because he has prayed to God to send a miracle. Alas, the man's house collapses and he is swept away by the floodwaters. When the man reaches heaven after his flood experience, he asks God why God didn't save him. God's reply in a nutshell was, I sent you emergency sirens, people in a car, people in a canoe, and people in a helicopter. What more did you want? How many times have we dismissed the miracles God is sending us because we had something else in mind or refused someone's help because we thought there was a different way God would get us through, because we thought God was pursuing us differently? Remembering that we are all representatives of God can be a gift and a blessing because God uses us to help work miracles in the lives of many every single day, whether we know it or not. So the next time someone offers help with something that has been particularly challenging, take it. It's God reaching out to you, pursuing you. The next time you hear that little voice in the back of your mind urging you to do something to help someone else, listen. It's God working through you in pursuit of the person in need. You are likely going to be asked to step out of your comfort zone, and that's okay. Listen and follow that voice. And remember that by submitting to that voice, you are hearing God and pursuing God with your actions. We can remind one another daily that God wants us, pursues us, and loves us more than we could ever imagine just by listening, taking a risk, and allowing ourselves to be used as God's instrument for God's pursuit of us and other people. As we go from here today to celebrate dads, I hope you'll take a moment to include some time to celebrate God the Father, our Creator and friend. Remember that you are pursued every moment of every day by God. It's up to you to reach out your hand and accept what is being offered. God loves you.